39,722 Vietnamese Dong. That's the staggering amount an employee just allegedly siphoned off from a finance company right under their nose. This isn't some niche, obscure corporate scandal. It's a stark, real-world warning for every entrepreneur, every side hustler, and anyone building a business right now about the hidden vulnerabilities lurking in plain sight. What if your trusted team member, the one you rely on daily, was skimming profits? This isn't just about a single company losing cash. It's about the systemic risks that can cripple your operations, destroy trust, and obliterate months, even years of hard-earned revenue. It highlights a critical, often overlooked aspect of running any successful venture: safeguarding your assets from the inside out. Stick around, because the implications for your bottom line are far more significant than you might think, especially if you're handling client funds or managing a remote workforce. SMBC Finance Company, a firm you might not have heard of, recently got hit with a major internal theft. We're talking about Nguyen Ngoc Duc, a debt collection employee hired back in August 2021. His job was simple: recover outstanding loans directly from customers. It sounds straightforward, a role many small businesses rely on when managing receivables. But what happened next exposes a vulnerability many business owners overlook until it's too late. This isn't some complex financial scam. It's a basic breach of trust that happens in businesses of all sizes, showing why robust internal controls are non-negotiable from day one. Any business, from a booming Shopify store to a burgeoning SaaS startup, needs to understand how easily these cracks can form, impacting their entire revenue stream and reputation. The official police report, released just yesterday on August 11th, 2026, paints a clear picture. Duc was tasked in November 2022 to recover a 50 million Vien Din loan from Nguyen Xuan Dam. Between November 25th, 2022 and March 25th, 2023, Duc collected a total of 58,430 Vien Dins from Dam, covering both principal and interest. Here's the kicker: only 18,708,000 VND ever made it back to SMBC Finance. The remaining 39,722 VND allegedly diverted for Duc's personal use. This isn't just petty cash. It's a significant loss that highlights the critical need for transparent financial tracking, especially in roles with direct access to client funds. Imagine the ripple effect this has on a company's cash flow, its ability to invest, or even pay its own employees. Bloomberg and WSJ frequently cover similar stories, proving no company is immune. Here's what nobody mentions when setting up a lean operation: every single point of trust is a potential point of failure. You might think your side hustle is too small for this kind of internal threat, but that's exactly where the risk is highest. Fewer checks, less oversight. Businesses like SMBC rely on field agents, but without real-time, tamper-proof tracking, they're sitting ducks. This isn't just about losing money. It's about eroding client trust and creating massive legal headaches that drain resources faster than any bad investment. So what's your move? Today, audit your cash flow. Implement a digital payment system like Stripe or Square for all transactions, minimizing direct cash handling. If you manage a team, use software like QuickBooks or Xero with strict user permissions and reconcile daily. Don't let your hard work vanish. Hit that subscribe button for more actionable business insights. Top analysts are buzzing about the broader implications of recent fraud cases like the one hitting VNTV SMBC. What's the real takeaway? They're pointing to a looming crisis in trust for financial services, especially in rapidly developing markets. Leading economists from institutions like the World Bank are highlighting the amplified risk for foreign direct investment when internal controls are perceived as weak. It's not just about the direct loss. It's about the erosion of confidence that can deter future capital inflows, impacting job creation and overall economic growth. This kind of incident, while seemingly localized, sends ripples through global investor communities. Think about it. Every dollar lost to internal theft is a dollar not invested in growth or innovation. Globally, this specific type of internal fraud is a silent killer for countless companies, not just in Vietnam. What's often overlooked is how these localized incidents can influence risk assessments for entire regions. Major international banks and venture capital firms, for instance, are now scrutinizing due diligence processes in markets where such breaches become public. They're demanding higher standards for internal audits and accountability. This isn't just about big corporations. It trickles down. Small businesses seeking funding, or even individual freelancers looking for international clients, might face tougher vetting as a result. The cost of doing business just went up for everyone operating in perceived high-risk environments. Look back at the dot-com bubble burst or the Enron scandal. Major financial events often start with smaller, seemingly isolated incidents of fraud or mismanagement. The closest historical parallel to the VNTV SMBC case isn't a market crash, but rather the wave of corporate governance reforms that followed major accounting scandals. Back then, it forced a global rethink on internal controls, audit independence, and executive oversight. The core lesson was clear. Lax internal systems create fertile ground for significant financial damage. What we're seeing now is a re-emphasis on that lesson, especially as digital financial services expand rapidly, creating new vectors for internal threats. So, who actually wins and loses when something like this goes down? Unexpectedly, the winners might be the companies selling advanced fraud detection software and internal audit solutions. Their market just got a serious boost. Also, savvy investors who can spot companies with genuinely robust internal controls early on stand to gain. They'll be seen as safer bets. The clear losers are the financial institutions themselves, both directly affected and those perceived to operate with similar vulnerabilities. But it's also the everyday customer, the small business owner, and the side hustler who relies on a stable financial ecosystem. Higher perceived risk means higher interest rates, stricter loan requirements, and generally tougher access to capital.